examples of Brazilian play. But first round, real good chance. Maybe we'll finally see a team take advantage of a first round victory. But on a map like Lair, the one thing that Lair provides, I think, no other map really does, is there's so many positions that you have to clear. There's so many spots that a roaming defender could be in.
Let's go.
That could cause you problems going to the late game. And with G2 starting on defense, they got to take advantage of that.
Well, it comes down to this. Best of one. Winner moves on to the semi-final. It's been a bit of a fairy tale kind of stage.
Come on, Laura.
For Ninjas
Let's go.
in terms of what they were able
Alamo,
to do
you were
in
like
South
2 and
America
10
League
last
and
map, dude.
qualification
Let's go.
Esports
Lock
World Cup
in.
and their performance here. Does that fairy tale come to an end here in the quarterfinals for G2? Winners of EML. Expectations finally placed on this roster once again. But could it all come crashing down? One of these two teams, well, their fairy tale does come to an end today.
Yeah, and I always feel like just by playing under the G2 tag, there's inherently more pressure on you because of what legacy players did for this team. So this version of the roster, you always expect one. But you could argue this, like NIP are one of the biggest names inside of Siege. Yes, they've been on the island of irrelevancy for a little while, you know, outbeaten.
About a year and a half.
Yeah, that's an eternity.
It's a long time
inside.
in esports.
We've got a new Siege essentially since then.
So what can they do on the attack here for Ninjas in Pajamas? Stealing these early attack rounds will be so vital to release that pressure eventually into the second half. If they've got a couple of attack rounds under their belt, means for G2 they need to be switched on.
Oh.
Cafe, one-sided. Bank, one-sided. Will Lair prove to be a little bit different and create a more evenly matched up environment?
A lot of the G2 players playing tight together at this point in time, using the verticality of this map. And as you can see, you know, players inside of display, storage, mask room, all looking to provide a problem. Now, Hates will continue to open up that site wall with the Maverick. G2 should have eyes on when they elect to plant. And something that G2 were very open to
Nice,
was
Alamo.
that little... Oh, there we go, Alamount with the
Nice,
first kill on the
Alamount.
Fantasy. I was about to say, they didn't really get the opening kill all that often, and Alamount will
Are you watching Rainbow Six or are you watching the
abuse.
EWC stream?
Not going to lie, though, for Alamount,
Rainbow
there was
Six.
not any abuse on Bank because he could barely find a kill. But he feels confident off the back of that opening pick. Isn't in control for Cons. Not often you see Punks and Briefing as the opening site choice when it does come to Lair. It's actually attacker-sided in the South America League. That's not really conventional. Goomine stepped on for Wizard. Logic Bomb was sent out. Just under a minute remaining. NIP have had moments where they can play rather slow in the series thus far and been at their best when they pick up their pacing.
Blaz is inside of security as well. The logic bombs are going to be deployed, so that'll give away the positions of so many of these players at this point in time. But you got to look at that Blackbeard being so important for this attack. You can see Cons.
Hates is ready for this though, and Blaz is going to have no idea that he's a sitting duck.
Okay, good quick
does
peek.
not lose his life. Only a
How is
shoulder
Doki
tap.
dead?
Hates has not got the time to sit there and watch though. 24 seconds. They found it.
Nice, Alamo.
Doki, but Alamo
Nice,
finds his
big
second
kill.
already
That's
in the
a
round.
big
Feels
kill
like he's
right
already
there.
reached
Planning?
the total
Planning?
from Bank.
Right down.
Blank going down, but it has been pinged up. Cons will stand up. Try and take the fight back to Alamount and wins it. And suddenly from the disadvantage for NIP, they could take this round. But Loira and Stompn are still alive for G2. Loira shuts down Wizard on the flank, but the plant will be successful. Now becomes a retake scenario for G2.
Really important now that the Blackbeard does not take any unnecessary risks. Force G2 into that air. 2 versus 2.
Nice tag.
Goes down.
Nice tag.
It's going to go down, so it's all down to the Maverick now in this post-plant situation. Now, as it stands, look where Hates is over on the map feed. He's a long ways away from that diffuser, but he's got an angle to work with.
Got to play this smart, G2. You got 2 bodies, 2 players alive. Play together. They know where Hates is now in the long angle, watching the kit. 12 seconds. Main thing for Hates here is less the kills and more so the time delay. But he gets taken down, and with that, it will be diffused by G2. They take this round in a nail bite to kickstart Lair. Stompn and Loira, the dynamic duo for G2. Get them on the board.
The Blackbeard fallen was
Come on, let's not go home today, guys.
That round, but remember, every single map in this series, the team that went on to win the first round,
huge
lost
round,
the series. So G2 will be looking to rewrite history in this game against NIP.
Come on, Mike. Fix.
But
Holy shit.
First round underway. NIP lose. They got the case down. You thought that this was
Yo,
a
quit running
place
ads in the middle of the round. Hey, Chris,
G2,
987657.
got the job
I don't
done.
control
Now they're
the
gonna go
ads.
back up to the top floor, up towards Master Office to reset things up. Anything about this side? Because obviously you've had more opportunities to cover this map that I have.
Very
Anything you
much
think's
plays
important?
into that slow play style. Almost think top floor cafe in terms of you're not going to have a lot
You're
of
running
that
30
map
minutes of
control.
ads each hour.
You're going to poke and
All right.
around the site
So,
itself.
and then
A lot of
this is what I do
work needs
this.
to be done on the breaches, so the exterior is going to be where a lot of the battle is. The
ads.
mezzanine control as well.
I have 14
Probably
minutes
see
on out of an
some
hour.
fights there.
Bitch.
Do you want an update from the games on the A stream?
Yes, but I feel like I'm not going to like the update.
So close your ears if you don't want to know what the score is. If you plan on watching it later, but Team
I could
Secret
put
have
22
won
minutes
Chalet.
on if
They
you really
will
want me to.
progress. Weibo go home, but again, based on the start they had, the
That's not that
APL
high,
this year,
honestly.
The fact they got this far is definitely
14
shoots
minutes
of
out of
growth for them,
60
but we
minutes?
Still got to send another
Let's do the
team
math
home
on that.
here on Lair.
I think it says a lot about Secret. I know you could kind of look at it and say, well, it's an APAC team, but Weibo's strength yesterday was outstanding. They've been on the rise, but Secret, they look like a roster to me that's just so quietly getting it done.
23%.
G2, for instance, and I know they obviously, in Secret,
But
didn't
people
win
can just
the EML, but
subscribe for no ads,
yeah,
bro.
they're showing some really good strength to kickstart.
You got Amazon
this
Prime,
campaign
Twitch Prime,
of
you can
Siege
sub
this
completely
year, and
free and gain
on
plus
their
2
path
inches.
towards
Yep.
the majors and SIs, they're
Or
gonna be
get the
a
Sky
threat to
Charm.
come, and Secret will now play the
That
winner.
allows you to
Our
gain
next
2
game
plus
in
inches.
Shopify Rebellion and Space Station sets up a NAV-EU battle for a semi-final.
Look, they're my dark horses for this event. I trust the coach. And Secret will do pretty
Call
well.
me
and
Dr.
they've
Stretch
secured
Brown. We good.
another
Ban 'em.
game on the main stage. But we're well
Lock in.
underway on this map.
Lock in,
As
lock in.
things stand, we're
Come on.
getting some
We need a
pressure
6-0.
being opened up as the Selma charges will
I like
now
the bandit
go
on this
off.
breach.
If you look at the positions of NIP, they're really trying to choke it out, right? All of them are on the exterior, on north, south, east, and west of the map, just trying to pinch those defenders into place.
They're kind of like stalling hella time on this map.
So far, what you would expect, though, from top floor Master R6. Again, that slow approach, it can certainly play into the favor of NIP. They love that slow, structured setup. So calculated in the way
Don't
that
do
they
it,
attack at
Doki.
times. Nitrocell in hand for Doki. Threw it, but over the shoulder of Fantasy. After Fantasy did land a couple of bullets into Doki, so
He's
that
alive. He's
Nitrocell
alive.
gets wasted.
That's all that matters. He's alive.
Yeah, he needs some credit. Doki needs some help here to
Stop
get
is
rid
getting
of
like-
Fantasy playing on top of Mez. Fantasy, really not.
Oh,
There you
Stompn.
go. There's the swing, but
That gun
Fantasy
is-
wins those.
Fantasy
Ooh,
was ready.
That gun is
For
kicking.
the battle towards the mezzanine to eventually
Nice!
come through.
Good
He was
refrag,
not
Doki.
ready for the angle held
That's
by
perfect
Doki,
refrag.
behind the chair. Big kill from Doki, and Wizard will fall on the Grim.
Nice. Who got down? Nice,
Another
Laura.
player goes
Another
down.
door swing from G2. They're trying
free
to
fire,
be
Laura.
aggressive against NIP, disrupt this setup.
Oh.
That
The
Blackbeard
Brazilians
just
want to
charged?
employ. Loira knocked out up
Nice!
close. Alamount shotgun. He's feeling it here on Lair in comparison to the previous map, but maybe overcooked, overswung, and punished by
That's all
Pino.
good.
Blaz is the only one that's standing now with 30 seconds left. And he pushes. He wants to battle Pino.
A 2v1 decision to be made. Do you go to get Loira back on his feet?
You can't.
You can't really go for it. The fight's going to happen. NIP.
Oh my
they're gonna get their
God.
one, and they-
Alamo,
the
just
stage will fall.
chill.
Deja vu all over again, the way these maps play.
It's massive. Massive for NIP. They get an attacking round on the best defensive site on this map.
Why did
That
Alamo
is a
just
round
swing
which
in?
G2 need to be winning.
This is you need a 4-2 if you're G2. I really feel like this is one of the maps where you got to capitalize on it. If NIP can get a 3-3 half, they'll be in a wonderful position, but it's so far away.
Sets them up then to be the favourites going into the second half if they can do that.
How
Early
do I
days,
tell
it's
you,
funny
chat?
you mentioned
I'm
the
not
curse of
even
winning
worried.
the first round. For those unfamiliar, Cathay, it was NIP. An incredible display in that opening round, and then lost 5 rounds straight after. And the same was the case on Bank, where G2 incredible in the first round and then lost 5 rounds straight. I'm not implying it will happen here again, but hey, funnier things have happened.
Well, correlation
And a
isn't
repeat
causation.
as well, which does make sense here for G2.
Yo, oh. Yo, Brandon, maybe.
He ain't gonna miss again, bro.
Brandon, maybe you're
I'd
retarded.
love to see NIP win a round or two
The
now,
reason
see if it
Queso and
really puts the
Jynxzi,
fear-
first of all, Jynxzi doesn't run 3 minutes of ads. I don't even know what you're saying. The reason streamers like that could run lower ads is because they have 60K viewers. Are you retarded? I'm getting rage
most
baited.
relaxed player.
First of all, no
Stompn.
streamer runs
And
under
he probably,
7
you
minutes
know,
of ads.
He's sitting there going, the newest, the rookie player. And I guess the big thing is, he's got no scar tissue. He's not lost from situations like this before, and that's always something worth talking about because the doubt's not going to creep into someone
It's all
like
good,
that.
Brandon. I just muted.
And don't forget, Alamount was confident after the first round, started throwing
XQC
out
has
bombs
minimum.
once again that we
XQC
saw
is a
earlier on
billionaire.
Cafe. Not really going out on bank. Haven't seen much trash talk though from NIP, but as they're winning these rounds, they're starting to find their voice more and more.
There's nothing better than the Brazilian roar on LAN, and as NIP keep winning rounds, they'll get louder and
Come
louder.
on, bro.
Now we're in this round.
We need at
Fantasy
least
has
a 4-2.
already made his way inside the map at this point, as he will push his way on over. Might run into some resistance from Alamount on the opposite side, currently standing inside a storage. He's playing on the smoke, so he can hold back Fantasy for a little while, but hits with the buck below should be able to clear out that position. Cons is getting closer and closer to Alamount here.
Need a 4-2, baby.
Vulcan canister fire will expire. Gas babe thrown out by Alamount.
This guy's like a
Sensing pressure.
Blackbeard main because he's a bitch.
A very pivotal part of the map here for this top floor defense. Not afford to lose his life there in a peak. 2 Pino outside on the exterior at the balcony. Alamount definitely being tested now by NIP. The Blackbeard.
Oh,
The
he is
shield up,
fucked.
no damage done. Gas babe.
All right, he got out.
Vulcan canister popped and Pino
And
finds
Laura
an angle
gets
onto Laura. It's
fried.
a long angle on the entry.
Tough. This is tough. This is really, really dangerous now for Alamount with pressure coming his way. 3 members.
No gas babes left either.
Yet nothing left to stall back the push as 3 members from NIP all begin to push their way over through storage. They've got to rotate back into
Prista
site.
one, Alejandro.
G2,
Gio, Prista one.
They've still got Blaz over by
Dendro,
the
Prista
things,
get
making sure that nobody can vault in.
Alamount's
But
down.
Alamount's going to go down.
Wizard taking the battle with Blaz. Blaz may feel like he has to go for this peak, find a pick back. Otherwise, they're getting overwhelmed here by the attack once again on this top floor. This would be disastrous for G2. And they lose Doki as well. Down to Stompn and Blaz. Blaz will win his battle, and so did Stompn.
No!
But as soon as he comes back around that corner, losing his life and leaves the rookie alone in a 1v3, the Blackbeard's too strong. The shield stays standing, and NIP will find a second attacking round on top floor Lair.
And now we're starting to see those trends happen over again. NIP, 2 rounds on attack. G2, they're reeling, they're falling back. They're
Ban the
giving up
Blackbeard.
way too
Ban
much
the
space
Blackbeard.
here on Lair. And
Ban
NIP
the
are taking
Blackbeard.
advantage of it. And the thing is, right, you looked at the setup that G2 brought. You had Alamount storage with those toxic babes. You had multiple of the Goyo canisters in those positions for
All right,
Flames
we're good. We
to
banned
slow
Blackbeard,
it
we're
down.
good.
But it only slowed down about 1.5 minutes. That is not long enough for the utility that they brought.
So they give up on top floor then, okay? We'll go basement, we'll try there, maybe that will work. This is the concern now for me though, Gibson, is that if basement doesn't work and a 3rd attacking round is found for NIP, at that point, mentally for G2, you can't help but think, what do we now do? This is supposed to be defender-sided, and we can't defend any of these key primary sites.
And the thing is, globally, you look at basement on Lair, it's a toss of a coin. It's like 47% attacker win rate. So this is by no means a safe site whatsoever for G2.
Funnily enough, though, in South America League, it's a 62% defensive win rate. So there might be a world in which, for NIP being a Brazilian team in that region, they, along with the others in that region, may struggle a little bit in attacking this site. That could be a benefit for G2.
Chat,
And dare I say, I
Stompn
feel like they
did
must
say
win this
Lair's
round. If they
attacker
lose
sided.
this round, instant timeout, but then you've already given NIP
With the new ban
result they
system,
really would have wanted
low
in
key.
this first half, which is 3 attacking rounds. You will be so far behind the 8 ball. In a do or die final map quarterfinal.
What map is it?
And then you look at this map, right? They've castled off over by barrels because a lot of teams, what they'll do is they'll put a little bit of pressure over by warehouse and then they'll work and take control of the both. You know, they'll try to take control of armory, create some vert, isolate individual gunfights. And when you looked at the game against Shopify, one of the things that Shopify did really well was play into that.
They don't get,
you know, really made it difficult to take control of that map, catch the attackers as they come down the site. So maybe G2 just learned something in that game that they can utilize. One thing I do like, when you bring the castle and you give it to somebody like Stompn, he can put those barricades down.
Oh no, Alamount,
Oh.
who started 3-1, now 3-4, and no longer talking inside of the server. Easy entry for Fantasy. Blaz got overwhelmed as well, finished off by Wizard, and just like that, 2 early kills for NIP.
Oh my God. Let's stomp in a
We haven't
room,
even seen
bro.
basement yet. It's the roam game that has failed for G2.
That Scopo's gone, and that's one of your C4s, I believe, as well, that's been taken out of play. Inside you actually, so you've got 2 C4s left alive. Scopos is gone. You can't afford to lose those operators in their stage. And it's criminal to lose Scopos, because if the pressure's on, you run around the corner, you get safe, and you just teleport back to site.
Once again, G2 are on the back.
Come on,
foot.
Zach. Come on, Zach.
This position
Come on, Zach.
constantly where they were at on bank. And it feels like now it's become permanent. The doubt starts to creep in.
Come on, Zach. You got a flank.
NIP just need to
Nice.
keep playing that slow play style.
Behind you.
But they
Come on,
lose
get out of
thanks
there.
to Stompn.
Get out of there.
Towards Medical and makes the escape down the hallway and can also get back to site. Wants to keep taking these fights though, in hopes that he will
Come on,
keep
Zach.
getting aggressed upon by
He's the
NIP.
only man who could save
He's
us right
able to
now.
stall out and still made his way
He's
back
the
to basement.
only man who
Under
could save
left.
us.
Still a player advantage though for NIP. Stompn doing everything he possibly can to give G2 a lifeline.
They have
in
his
the
run
fourth
back.
round.
No.
But he is pinched, he is cornered, he is stuck.
Does he know?
Is there a way in which he can get himself out of this situation? The timing might help him. Cons.
No,
Wizard,
he's
though,
fucked.
catches him at the stairwell.
SMG
Stompn
12.
will fall. Loira and Doki, the only 2 left standing now.
Yeah, Wizard, he's pushed down to the bottom of these filtration stairs. The head holes, but there's nobody there. They'll try to delay outside some time now at this point from Doki, but NIP in a brilliant position. But Doki will find one, going to 3 versus 2. This next fight could be there, but look, the Flames are going to hold them out. A little bit of damage done. Loira gets one.
And
This
Wizard's
is
low.
G2.
Loira gets a second.
Laura!
Has arrived on there.
We needed that. That was huge. That was huge.
Come on, bro.
Let me see the clip. Let me see the clip. Let me see the clip.
Come on, bro. Play
Loira
that shit
reminds
back.
them.
A 4 versus
Yeah,
2,
smile, 'cause you
and
know you so,
G2
bitch.
win the round out, but it's all about choke points.
Let me
There
see
was-
the clip.
Yes, you're down the
Fucking
numbers.
lawyer.
Come on!
One real place that they're going to push from because of how much time that NIP used, and G2 took advantage once more.
That is a
Run the shit.
massive reprieve. For
Laura
G2.
is
Staring
nasty.
Down the barrel of
Fucking
3-1
go.
deficit. They
Hey, with the prime.
claw it
Hey,
back
hey, I ain't
courtesy
gonna lie.
of
Stompn
Doki
was
and
almost
Loira.
cooking right there, bro.
Doki played
Yeah,
that
he
so
just has
well.
Castle's gun.
Alone,
Castle is
actually
top
on
3
site.
worst guns in the
Pressure
game.
was coming from NIP.
no, that
They
gun is
scout,
amazing.
They
What are you
don't
talking
see.
about?
He
No,
pops
it's
up. He
not.
gets free kill.
That's that Roller
And
Prime
then
shit.
Loira
Castle
is able to
versus
play
the
off the
SMG-12
bat
close
and get a
range?
couple himself.
GG.
G2 take a
One
timeout
headshot,
at
buddy.
2-2
Well,
on
actually,
the
Stompn
scoreline.
had the shotgun
They
out.
definitely had- Well, yeah, they still
Yeah.
got some things to talk about, clearly.
The first minute, everything went wrong. You lose a player
I
in the
need a
first
coffee.
10 seconds, then you lose the Scopos. Yes, you won the round, but it wasn't based off tactical brilliance. It was based off phenomenal individual plays. So G2 need to fix it, because if they keep playing like that on defense, there's definitely more rounds that can be found for NIP.
You cannot create holes and space on a map like Lair. The
We gotta get-
attackers will
we
then
gotta stop
just
letting these guys
filtrate
rat out.
throughout the
They're
map.
Jay
They will then be
gunning
able to
us, bro.
take so much control.
We should
And that's
not
what
be
we saw
dying
in that
first in the
previous
first 30
round. And
seconds,
again,
bro.
you could kinda
Stay
see
the fuck
that
alive.
NIP
Stay
wanted
with your
to play
teammates.
that slow style once they had the advantage.
That's
Credit
what he
to
just
Stompn,
told him,
though.
bro.
He was able to get one
Jay
back
Guns is
at an
flying in the
important
lobby.
time.
We need to
Had he
fry
lost
his
his last
ass.
there, we're talking about 5-on-2.
That's what he told him.
That's even more difficult then.
And look at the site we're going to. Bonk's briefing. Remember we went here in the very first round of the game, and NIP got the case down, and it came down to a 1 versus 1 with just a
Well,
couple
1v2.
of... Yeah, but
Lure is
one
like
player
the
was going for the,
fucking
for the
king.
defuse, the other one was swinging. And it was right down to the wire. NIP did
Not
something
doing
similar.
that
They
shit, though,
found
bro.
a few picks in the early stages on the G2
Not doing
and
that
created
right now.
holes on the site. So for
Chat,
G2,
just snooze the ads.
confidence to come back here despite that first round.
The rounds that we've had on Lair have certainly been closer in nature than what we had in the first 2 maps. And the map itself now at 2-2 is also closer in nature. So looks like we're getting a top finish here for what's been a top quarterfinal so far. But a long way to go for both of these 2 teams. NIP's not going to be too fearful right now. They've already gotten to a
Big fucking
It's
round.
kind of job done. Still 2 more opportunities to find 1 more. They are in the better position. G2 still need to get more defensive rounds on a map like Lair. Bunks and briefing. 5th round. The most important thing for G2 is they've got to stop giving these entry wins to NIP. I know you want to be aggressive, you want to get into the face of the attackers, but try and find a way to just be a little bit more survivable.
Loira, the only defender currently playing inside of Bunks. The rest of the attackers are on that top floor. setting up something similar that we saw over by Storage in our 6 room a little while ago, which will make it a little bit of a time delay. Like you can see Stompn playing on the Ella can play off the back of those Grismot mines. If someone pops off, he can swing, take on that gunfight when things are working his way. But one thing you got to worry about is the fact that Cons is bringing the blitz. NIP have had success with shields when we've come here, so do not let them take too much ground for free. Minute and 40 to go though, not a single bullet fired in anger against any members of the opposition either way. This all plays into the favor of G2.
I'm not gonna lie, hey, this NIP team is scary, bro.
Out towards the
Like, look at this kid in the middle, bro. This kid is locked,
does do
bro.
so successfully.
Who?
Blaz at the end of this
This
corner,
motherfucker
though.
right here in the middle.
Fantasy's
His
trying
name
to
is
push deep,
Fincy.
make it time
This
to
kid's
go
good,
swing,
bro.
but Blaz doesn't
He's
think
like
about
the
going for it.
Brazilian stomping. Look at him.
And maybe in the
I don't give a fuck if he
earlier
was the
rounds,
Brazilian.
God.
would've.
Oh my God.
That seemed to be more
He's
of their
gonna be-
mindset.
no, he's
He
not.
falls back once
He's not
the play
Brazilian.
is
Got flashed by a
Fantasy
teammate.
flashing himself.
Pterodactyl tier 1
He's-
or prime.
He's dead ass
This is
just
all
swinging.
so slow.
Oh, he just
and
got flashed
so
by his teammate.
patient. Blaz
Wait,
playing
how
inside
delayed am
server.
I?
Doki not too far away either, as he currently stays inside our 6 room. Now the shield will start pushing in towards server. You look to clear position, but Loira will find the opener with the C4. Now the
Come on, Laura! Oh god.
Laura.
Nice tag!
Kill G2.
Tag!
Guess what? You felt
That
you
got
like
shot.
you
Oh
stay
my God.
protect the side.
Let's
Get
go!
the round win. G2 bring it back to the basics. No more running
4-2,
around.
4-2.
4-2, baby.
That
4
gets them
fucking
fired
2.
up. 2 rounds in
That's
a
all
row
we
for
need.
G2.
Talk that
Three
shit. Yeah,
rounds on
yeah.
defense,
Get in their
though.
fucking
Is
head,
that
coach.
enough? Do you feel they still need to win?
Yup, you're
one
shitting
more
your
round
pants.
and take the 4-2 split? Because
Look at him,
with
look at
this
him.
map being as defender
Come on,
sided as
Zach.
it can be,
We're not getting
4-2.
eliminated.
that NIP
4-2.
will be more than happy with 2. If they can get a
4-2
third,
is
that is a
needed.
bonus. And we're going to go back to the top floor. It's master or 6 room
I know.
to
I
close
know.
out the
Yeah,
half.
just lock in, bro.
And funny enough, this is the most globally the most defender-sided
But it's where they've
site.
struggled.
I know. It's the irony of it all, right?
So final round of this half. If G2 can get it to 4-2, that is job done.
Yep.
That's the pass mark. For both teams, it's not to suggest that for G2 they will have end up, sort of winning the half. You're on defense layer. The expectation is to get these rounds.
I'm looking at the setup as well for G2. They're heavily reliant of Goyo. They have been all game long. You've got the fact that Doki will be playing with the
Who you finna
T'Chaka.
like?
He's got the shield set up not too far away from Mask, and he'll be looking to stop any push coming from that Mez side. Loira, you look at this part of the setup. Usually, you'll see teams reinforce off one of the walls and contest with NIP when they walk into the building, but they're completely surrendering it.
NIP
Using
more
the
like
door as
not
the
in Pro
early
League.
detection signals, and when it's shot open, you know someone's pushing, and then Doki from behind the shield will be
Hold
able
on,
to use the
let
sneak
me
out
put-
to stop the push through Mez.
Let me put G2 in the edit real quick.
I hit, bet.
If G2 can just keep it basic here, similar to the previous round, the fallbacks, not over-peaking, not overstepping their mark, it means that NIP have to create more themselves. Because I think the early part of this half, NIP themselves didn't have to create a lot because G2 were coming at them. So for G2, it's
I haven't got
changed
drunk
up since
since
that tactical timeout. And I know you said like, oh,
Was
they
it Saturday?
won the round. They made it 2-2, but then they called the timeout.
Did I drink on a Sunday? I don't think so,
It should have
right?
been 3-1. So clearly they had things to work
How do you
on.
not know when you drank? Twine.
Timeout helped.
drink on Sunday.
I think I did
They
drink
won
on
that next
Sunday.
round in
Or was it
unbelievable
Monday?
Drink? Did you just have a
fashion.
The
drink
runs
or
from
did you get
Loira and
wasted?
Doki has salvaged this map and potentially their time at this time.
Alamount!
Yeah, well, you-
Alamount, though, has still not found a kill since the opening round.
Every round.
He's not really
No,
had
no,
the
no,
best
no.
day
Oh yeah,
at
no,
the
I did
moment.
drink. I
On
did drink for the
Alair
watch
so
party
far, but
And he's the
End
smoke
clip,
as well.
bro.
on Monday night.
that's actually a great point because he's the operator that's in by storage. Well, so then now Loira has to take that position of fighting from inside of storage and stopping that push from the other side.
And less stall out
What the
possible
fuck?
without the gas canisters.
Come on, we need
Pino is
4-2.
low.
We need 4-2. Like
In response to that opening
I'm gonna set
pick,
some fucked up shit.
did take some damage back. 4 drones
Don't say
remain for NIP. Make that 3.
Cons is alone
Stomp
with
is still
Jace,
alive.
by the way. He's the one playing.
Hey, you see what Stomp's on,
at
alright?
this moment in time. The
He
rest
will
of the
make
members
sure
of
this
NIP
round's
are
won.
pushing the other side maps over Loira.
Oh,
Is gonna
Fantasy-
He
do
will
that.
make sure
He's
this
stepping.
round is
He's gonna
won.
drop below. That's clever with the fact that Doki with the Smika stops
Oh,
that from happening.
Loira.
And Cons on the backside finds the pick
Yep.
onto Loira.
Stompn
not
will make sure
expecting
this
it.
round is won. He's
Fully
on
anticipated
Goyo.
this
Nice
swing towards
blast.
Mezzanine Blast.
Nice.
What a pick though onto
Nice
Fantasy.
blast.
Great headshot from the elevated position.
Come on, Blast. Stay alive,
Wizard
baby.
Still outside in the exterior.
Stay alive,
Finding
baby.
Blaz, who's trying to defend this mezzanine position.
Cons rotating.
Blaz!
Blaz will
We
make
got
it a
Blaz.
3v3.
Oh my God, he's
But
actually
pushing
locked.
on to Mez,
Come on, Blaz.
Cons
Do it
with
for
the
your
chase.
girlfriend.
He's got Blaz though. To
Do it for
it.
your baby
He's
mama.
having a massive impact on this
Bro, these
game
guys
as
are
he'll
so
rotate
tagged,
back
bro.
towards it.
Cons, Pino, both very low. This is very winnable for G2, especially on defense.
He's about to die to fire.
With
Yes!
no time remaining in the round. Not much that
Dude,
Stompn
they're
does.
1
They
HP,
don't
bro.
do
So
from here,
winnable.
but hold their positions.
Put him down, Zach.
Stay
Put him
alive.
down, bro.
Watch these doorway positions.
Literally
but Stompn
one
lost his life.
singular
Traded
bullet.
over by
Oh,
Blaz
Stompn.
rather
No.
quickly, but
Blaz.
Doki
No.
falls. It's all down to Blaz. Two players that are very low at quad
Is it
and
gonna
now
be an
looking
ace?
for the ace.
Blaz.
1 second in time.
Blaz.
Cons
Blaz!
can't do it.
You are the king.
Blaz is the king.
Do enough for G2.
4K?
Find their form.
Who are you feeling like?
Do you know how much reserve he had to show? He had a quad kill.
We're so busy.
Yo, Ryan, take that ugly ass beanie off. Thank God you finally did.
By staying
All right, hold
behind
on. This
the
kid's
shield
kicked from the server.
That the round was won. Not a lot of players would show that restraint.
Come on, Blaz.
G2.
I'm not gonna lie. Laura clutched that round.
Oh, what a game.
Laura
so
clutched
far.
that round, and they won every round since. Laura just started a
So
comeback.
they win 3 rounds straight. Started with that Loira clutch. And they've kicked on ever since. NIP now go defense themselves.
Are you drinking root beer?
We
Yeah,
know
zero
where
sugar root
this
beer.
game
Shit's
can go
gas.
From here, we know how strong
You
this
actually
map
bought
is
that?
for the defending side. But G2
What
have
brand?
done what they needed to do.
AW?
They won their 4 rounds, and this now becomes a massive pendulum round. If G2 can win the opening round at attack and go to 5-2 on the scoreline,
Oh, they'll have very little pressure for quite a while.
Who's
and look
we?
at the other side of the stage. It's going to get there's going to be so much pressure.
Are you wearing a
on
C shirt?
NIP.
Yeah.
NIP do still
I'm wearing
have
my C-Jack
their
shirt.
timeout. It's worth
Hashtag
keeping
Mingo
that in
charm.
mind as we move on to the second half of this game. G2, they backed themselves. He used his timeouts, and they won a couple of rounds off the back of it. That was just really good. He saw something he didn't like on the attacks or on the defense.
What do you mean,
defenses.
no?
They solved it. They get the 4-2 half.
What do you mean, no? Dude, I'm like best friends with
Big
the
games always
Who's
have
the
big moments.
CEO of Rainbow?
You never know when it's going to be your moment. Loira in 1 round, Blaz in another. We're talking about some crucial moments. And G2 won both of those. NIP haven't really had their moment just yet here on Laird that goes their way.
Are you an
They've
idiot,
controlled
bro?
a lot of this game. They've been good in large pouches, but in terms
Is
of
Tom
the
Clancy
control
not
of
passed
1vx
away,
to
RIP?
2vx's, that's where G2 have been more successful so far
Like an idiot,
in the
bro.
opening half, but they were on defense.
All right,
and
we're on
those were a bit
attack.
more
We need to
viable
lock
on
in.
defense.
His name with
As you said, this opening round now, the second half becomes so crucial. G2 make this 5-2, and NIP are sweating bullets.
It's not even the
Oh, they-
scoreline though.
where's
It's the
our
fact
black-
that
we don't have a
G2
Blackbeard
won
player, do
so
we?
many close rounds. Apart from 1 round where they dominated by winning over.
Alamo likes
Server,
playing Blitz and
every
Monty,
round
but
was
he
like a
does not
1v1
like
or a
playing.
1v2. It was brought to the brink. You think back to that big play where it was a 2 versus 4, and they're able to get it over the line. So for NIP, stand strong on the defense. G2 will work incredibly hard clearing
Oh,
it.
God,
Something
drone his
worth
bitch
noticing
ass.
is the fact that Cons is inside
Stompn?
operational room. Does Alamount know? Is there a
Stompn?
drone? I don't
Oh,
think
he's
he's a
got no
clue.
idea.
He's no clue. This could be disaster. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh no, he misses.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're talking about the timing there as
Oh, no.
Alamount ducked down. Alamount
Stop and
still
miss
on
droned
3 kills
him.
since the opening round. After he dropped to that bot comment, fortunately his teammates are doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But Cons, well, the sneaky clash finds the opening pick, and boy, does that make this round far more comfortable for NIP. They kickstart their own defensive half.
Laura?
No Roteros, no Floros.
Nice! Refrag!
And though, now no Azami. Big pick from Loira. He goes to 7 kills, leading the way for G2.
Laura is locked on the cock.
30 seconds.
Nade
to
him
go.
out, Laura.
4
Nade him out.
versus
You have 2
4.
nades.
The clash
Bank
is
that
still
nade.
alive.
He's on the
Cons
staircase.
will
Has to
control
run.
Mez, and Stompn might be the next player to push this way, as he will try to push over from that operational room. But Cons, He's going to step on it. You've got Clash. It's so easy to step out and look over by Skybridge, clear that 90-degree angle.
God knows why
and then
Stompn's
move
on
back,
Thermite.
but Stompn pushes in the Mez now, but he's got no support.
Oh!
Shot in the back.
Clash is down.
No one watching towards the mezzanine.
Clash is down.
Lack of position
God.
from the defenders. The Clash will be down temporarily.
Nice!
Doki shuts
Clash is
down
1
Mingo.
HP.
The smoke coming to try and aid the situation. Blaz now feels comfortable to vault in towards display. A peek at the doorway.
Griminoff, baby. Griminoff, baby.
Cons did get brought back up, so that is shield standing. 40 seconds left, though. Still a big advantage for G2 here to find an attacking round to kickstart the second half.
Cons is
that's a
just
mean
so
angle.
low here as well.
Oh, this guy's
So
fucked.
With 30 seconds to go.
Nice!
C4 will be sent
Shitty
out to the
C4,
abyss, and they're gonna
Jynxzi
get
C4.
No value off the back of it, but Clash needs to stand and hold this position. The orange
And this is like a
silhouettes
walking
are
mirror.
Stacking up 15 seconds to go. Stompn with the case. If he can get something off a Wizard, G2 can take this round.
Yeah,
He's low,
Stompn's
though,
1
and He does
HP.
get knocked down. 10 seconds
Okay,
left. You have
we're-
the time for the revive. Apparently you do. 7 now deep into red time. Wizard will stay prone behind the desk. Big nitro from Hades. Big kill as well from Wizard. Stompn's now down and time runs
Play
out
it,
entirely
play
for G2.
Play
NIP able to stall out long enough. Cons, he got knocked, but he got brought back up.
Who had the
And
bomb?
he was able to do enough towards the server side of the map.
Who
to
had
keep
the
them at
bomb?
bay for as long as possible on that Clash. And Hates on site doing a decent job as well. Full credit to NIP.
Who
'cause
had
it
the
looked like
bomb?
It was slipping away from them.
It really did, and it's not like G2 to lose a round to triple zeros as well. So at that point, you gotta think NIP win a crucial round in this game. They start off.
No, but Stompn died.
the right way.
Stompn
and now
died.
we're gonna
Grim
look to
picked up the
tie
bomb. Who is
the
Grim?
sides As we're gonna go for that site swap. Now it does look like they've gone down to the basement. So as we said, it's a site which you pointed out, 60+% win rate for the defenders on the site. And
Whoever
from
Grim
this
was like
this
trying
is
to
an
plant.
SL
And I don't know.
team.
Did he
They're
have the?
hoping
Did he
the
pick it up?
stats ring true in this game.
51%.
It would have been a
attacker,
1v2,
though,
right?
for
Was it a
EML.
1v2?
It's funny how like
Think so.
the overall defensive win rate on Lair between the two regions is actually quite equal.
Yep.
But it's the sites that are a little bit different in the way that they're all played and the numbers. Certainly G2 had some opportunities, but also so did NIP to probably ground down an easier round win, considering they got that opening pick onto Alamount. They had the early 5v4.
Yep.
But then Cons gets caught running through sight in the back, through the doorways, and then that kind of changed things a little bit. And I felt like midway through that round, G2 certainly got themselves into an advantaged position, but just failed to capitalize. Credit to NIP, though. And boy, we're getting a really good finish here on Lair, because we didn't really get this back and forth on the opening 2 maps.
Talk about getting downed in like the perfect position as well, where they've got cover that you can't get flushed out, and that came back to help NIP. It really bit G2 with that one. A Stompn could not take advantage, but as we go down to the basement, you've got, what, 2 defenders playing in sight. One's by Tetris, one's by Lab, and then way up around the rest of the map is a top floor.
Yeah,
push.
let's
Now,
turn on, Gilly.
Scopos, one of the things that G2 did not do well on this site was they lost the Scopos early. I want to see if NIP can play that operator a little bit better, use it to waste more time, and then choose the correct time to drop back to site.
Well, he's already in sight. Dumbass commentator.
Scopos is very much a hit and miss operator. It doesn't always necessarily work out, but if it does, it can be so impactful. Early logic bomb from Stompn. Good drone work as well here from Alamount. Has eyes on Fantasy inside of Lab.
Yeah, look, it's fully horizontal. So they're ignoring the top floor completely. They're going to push way over from the east to the west as they make their way through the map. A lot of presence inside.
We need
of the
5-3 here,
lockers
chat.
And barrels for the defenders. Doki, he's going to just walk in towards Missile Stand. There's nobody there. Pino was really far back. They're giving up so much of this map for free to G2. And with that being the case, Stompn...
Because they got Vert.
Yeah.
They're hoping that G2 go for this horizontal push without clearing above in terms of briefing. But
They're on
Stompn now
Vert.
in security. Vlad's also going first floor. G2 will do their due diligence and
They're
look
kind of
to
stalling out a
on
little
that first
bit.
floor.
They got to get these guys off Vert. Where's Stompn at? I know Stompn's roam clearing, and is anybody else roam clearing with
And
Stompn?
Logic Bomb Death Mark, by the way.
Come on.
But Hades finds the opening pick onto Stompn, so he lost that battle. And then
my.
Cons with a double kill as well, and suddenly it all falls apart for G2. The attack is null and void.
Bro,
It's flawless
what
from
are
NIP.
you doing?
Oh my god.
G2 was setting up but never got going.
Oh my
Stuck in
God.
first gear, and we are tied on Lair.
They walked
Please no, not like
exactly
this.
into the trap that NIP had set. They literally wanted G2 to push horizontally for the main factor of the
They
push,
got a roam
and then have a little bit
clear.
of presence on the top floor. They take advantage, and the sides are level. Round 9. Can NIP get into the lead now on defense, or can G2 on the tertiary site turn things back in?
They have to roam clear
If
there,
NIP
no?
take this round, it'll be 3 in a row, and that's when the doubt starts to creep into the mind of G2. Do we know how to attack this map? Do we know what we're doing here? How do we break down this defense? And it also means that for NIP defensively, you do that well too. You go through.
Chat, I'm kind of feeling a 7-7.
And then guess what? You get to do that again. Put so much pressure on G2. Usually 5-5 becomes the very crucial breakpoint kind of round, especially on a third map like this. But right now at 4-4, that almost feels similar in nature. Because if NIP win this, you get to go back to a primary site, and suddenly you could be looking
Map
at
3 always goes OT, I'm telling
I
you.
think this stream as a whole has had the more entertaining games. I think if you've been hanging out with us over the course of the last few days, you're getting rewarded for the bang for your buck. But we are so close to the conclusion of this game.
Again, it's going to come down to these moments. It really will. In the first half at G2, they won their moments. They took them with both hands. But now, in this second half, we haven't probably had a position like that eventuate, come to fruition, but it certainly will in these next couple of rounds, and you've got to be ready for it. Might be a 1v2 or a 2v3, 2v4. They're all winnable.
Look at the decision-making of the lineup as well. Alamount has brought the shotgun with the Ying, which tells you that they want to play this so up close and personal with that operator. Stompn and Doki preparing to make their way in through the, you got some pressure by Skybridge, you got Blaz not too far away, but NIP have drawn a line across this map, and they're saying, we're going to give you everything up to this point, and then you're not going to go no further. Now, Lyra will go for the backstab for the side of G2 when it does come push to shove. But with so many players
this round.
outside the map,
We need this round.
they're going to look for that first pick, and I'm looking at the drone economy.
No, Doki,
They've
if
got
you
plenty
shield
of
is good
work with,
here.
They've got a ton of utility, but they've got to make it work.
Slow creep from Doki here through the Skybridge, but he's
Doki?
flashed by their own Kendala from Alamount. Doesn't really change a lot though, down towards green.
Doki, you might want to
Fantasy,
drone
though,
below
tucked
you.
in. Lyra will drone him. Fantasy will move off the back of that drone, starting to feel the pressure from 2 different positions. Doki still pushing down green stairs. Fantasy
he's
now
fucked.
full white. They've got to find this kill. They actually find one onto Hates. He goes down at the hands of Blaz. Fantasy went prone and no one came in his direction. Still on the stairs though. Goes for the run. Holding was Cons.
Yeah,
Doki kept the shield up because of Cons. The Azami gave him cover.
Come on, we got first pick.
But
Slow
G2
it down.
had the advantage.
Yeah, he got away with that one. He managed to get back to site. Now you still have lost one, but just like that, Wizard
Come on!
will level the sides once more. But
Shit, Blaz, 2K.
Pressure on the side of G2. Over now by that security side. Cons will hold inside the side, making sure nobody can walk in. 45 seconds.
Shit, Blaz?
Get on. You look at what G2 are doing right now. Nobody's actively droning.
Cons
and Cons gets
again!
the kill.
Taking the battle through breach.
Nice!
But it's Doki with the pistol. Of all
Pistol! Alright,
Slighted
they have a
G2
warden. We gotta go
Universe
upstairs.
out, shield screen
We
up,
have
Wizard
to go
finds the kill onto
upstairs.
Doki. Stompn and Lyra, the 2 players who
What are
are
we
in this position now down to
doing?
1, and it's the rookie himself in a crucial 9th round. 1v2, 20 seconds. Can he make it happen towards green stairs?
We have to
Pino
go
and Wizard
upstairs,
isolated by
bro.
themselves. Stompn, you've got to go. You've got to move. This could be your moment here in this match. Wizard will fall
my
back and plays the time, and he
God.
plays it well, and there is no kit in hand. And right now, no chance at all given to Stompn. NIP dare not push forward. They go 5-4 up. and
Yo,
G2
it's a
are on the ropes.
2v3. You have 30 seconds. Did they not know it was a warden?
They were in a position to get the one. They got the opening kill. You had a player trapped below the stairs. You allowed him to get back to site. And then those toxic canisters just blew open everything you had. There was nothing Stompn could really do at that point. NIP, they moved to 5 rounds on the defense. A clean sweep on the opening half of their defending phase. G2 now trailing here on Lair. G2 need to win 2 rounds on attack. just to force overtime, and I don't see it happening here.
Well, they haven't done it so
Return
far.
with the
in
prime,
this
walks
half
in prime.
at all. 3 rounds straight now for NIP.
All right,
Defense prevailing here on layer.
we need the
10th
next 2
round
rounds
coming up.
bad.
NIP now 1 round
Come on, lock
away
in. Reset,
from
lock
match and
in. We're
series
good.
Point. Semi-final point could be on the other side of this round unless G2 can finally break through on the attack.
Come on, bro.
In fairness to Stompn, the way that that was played in a 1v2 with so low on time, he never, ever had a chance to win that with the way that NIP played it. They did not give him any opportunity to create a highlight reel moment.
And Wizard just retreated. That's all he had to do. Just keep retreating around the corner. You know Stompn's going to hunt for the kills in that situation. They've played it really well. Like NIP, they don't win games based off one star player just dismantling a team.
Well, it's a team effort, and it needs to be. You're playing at this level, you can't just have a single player be the main show.
Doki and Stompn and Alamount all have been quite, you pointed out, still another round where Alamount has not gotten a kill.
He's 3-1, he's 3-8. That is insane, but he's also now playing a role where I think he understands it's not my day. I can help facilitate the Ying, the Candelas.
What the fuck?
But whose day will it be for G2 to try and make this happen? Now turning into a comeback as they were 4-2 up. It has been a little bit topsy-turvy for them. They've had good moments and certainly bad moments.
So they're going to try to open up that wall now that gives them direct access in towards Mass. Now I'm looking at the breach. It doesn't really look, at least to what I can tell, like the cleanest breach in the world, but you'll wrap around the other side, you'll open up the other wall. They're at least at the meantime setting up to go for a mask plant. And now I know a lot can change in 2 minutes, but that looks like what the objective is. Doki will go down below. He'll try to clear Mez with those fire bolts at some point. You can see for NIP, Pino is going to push down the set. He might just meet Doki at that point, but here up at the window, here's that gunfight I was just speaking about.
Oh.
Pino did go for a little peek down main stairs. Found a loitering Doki. Gas bait, free drone. Hello and goodbye. 5 drones remain now for G2. 90 seconds, flashbang. Looking to push forward and looking to clear
Nice!
it. Smoke, and Doki gets the entry.
Come on, Doki, one more, baby.
Doesn't need to over-aggress. Knows that Fantasy's holding that mezzanine position. Pulls out
Why?
the ball, but
Why?
Fantasy's got the bullet into the
Why?
head of Doki. Not the time for the crossbow. Evens things
Why?
up for NIP.
Yeah, and at this point now, Fantasy full control of Mez. Alamount with the case over by Operation Room will need to take the fight. Cons is just tucked in the corner as well. Now as it stands, Blaz will rotate over towards
Come on, Laura, I need you, Laura.
Goes off and Loira will make it a 5 versus 3 as things stand.
Laura, we
but
need
they
you,
need
baby.
a little bit more. They're going to use the shotgun, make yourself a rotate move, but you're still nowhere near sight here, Jake.
All right,
40 seconds,
4v3.
couple of drones. There's not a lot of information now for G2. We're talking about doorway swings and having to find these people. I think that might have been a missed drone as well onto Hates. Loira coming outside bathroom now. Wizard up close. Still has a knife drone, but he never elects for it. Went for the shotgun. The knife from Loira. Oh, the Wizard!
Laura! Find the death.
To Hates opens up this round.
Revive?
Cons it a 1v2. And make it a 3.
Let's go! 1v3.
Stompn. G2
5-5.
certainly have the numbers. Can Cons play the time? Takes contact with 1. Expecting the push to come through from server, but Loira the Demon
One more.
shows up
One more.
with Cons nightmares. We are tied on this final map.
I'm like, I can't watch this.
That means we are going to see every
I can't
single
watch
round in
this, bro.
regulation to separate these two teams and potentially even more. G2,
Oh my god,
a
bro.
lot of good things. Doki took the ground early, won the fight, but Fantasy got the kill, and you thought, oh, this is going to be maybe an opportunity for NIP to close it out. But Stompn walked in at impact, and it forces the NIP timeout. They've saved it in the back pocket. There's just 2 rounds in regulation left. We're going to see both of them. One of these 2 teams is going to get the opportunity to close this one out before overtime. We said it, G2 hadn't won an attacking round yet. They win it after a clean sweep from NIP. They still need to win at least 1 more for overtime. Or could they even find 2?
7-3 on Cafe to G2. 7-4 on Bank to NIP. A series that hasn't really been close in nature. Now tied 5-5 on the final map. who can get themselves semi-final point, and at the very least, the comfortable OT at minimum. The 11th round, it beckons, it calls. It's Master and R6. G2 finally breakthrough on the attack. Loira has been so sensational.
One more
at
round
this
to
event.
secure
He's doing
overtime.
it once
One
more.
more
Now
round
12
to
and 5 and leading the
secure
troops
overtime. 2 more to take it home,
in this
baby.
do or die quarterfinal.
At least win this round, go overtime. At least.
Going to go to the
Or win the
same
next 2. I wouldn't
site
mind that.
once more. So NIP has said, right, you've won it. We can go back. We can do it again. They spoke during the timeout. They decided they want to play this site to give themselves a chance to go. Now, what have they done to change things up? Hates will switch on over to the Mira. It's a mute smoke combo as well. Azami with the Kiba barriers can create a lot of angles that can be difficult for those attackers to push. But on the other side of the coin, what are G2 going to do? They brought the Ying last time. They brought Doki once more on the Capital, so they're not changing anything here either. G2, like what they have for the
Oh,
site,
God.
I'm going to dare say they pulled that round black from the blink, so they didn't even get to execute the attack that they wanted to, so there's no reason why they can't bring the same 5 operators.
Yeah, I'm watching the next game too. SR versus
G2
SSG.
themselves back in EML, not known really
That game will probably
for
go
being
map
the
3.
best entry team, only a 46% entry rate, but they're the best team at converting when they do get it at a
Oh, I thought he just died to fall damage.
82%.
It's not
It
bad.
would set them up beautifully. Alamount's still 3 kills, by the way. We'll just keep tabs on that one. But Loira's doing the heavy lifting, and that's all that matters. NIP go top floor. Master R6. It's the safe site. That's where they'll feel comfortable. But right now, I don't know how any of the 10 players inside of the server could feel comfortable.
I think while all that was going on too, they mirror tricked, you know, the impact trick through the mirror window, that opening attempt at a
I
breach.
fuck with Laura
Still
'cause he's
allowed
not
them to
scared
be
to make
able
a play.
walk in through that section of the map.
Oh.
Now Stompn is still out.
Oh
on that
my
balcony.
God, Laura.
As things stand, you can safely play there because there's nobody over by Skybridge at this moment in time from NIP. Alamount's going to drone out. Remember, see how careful he was to drone that little corner in
Bob, it's
operation room this time. There's no misdroning this time. It ain't going to happen again.
Well, there's no clash on the board, though.
No.
Obviously banned that one out, but still wanting to make sure that no errors once again happen. A little bit slow this round though from G2, but top floor there can play out that way.
They've already taken Mez though. Like Alamount's already pushed up there. The keeper bar is going to climb, but Fantasy's going to fall. So G2 have taken a
Nice,
vital
Alamo!
thing stand. Alamo finds another kill in a 4 versus
Nice,
3
that's
here.
good!
Stompn with another 4v2.
They
G2.
pick the pace up suddenly.
Pick
out
that
of
shit up!
nowhere, and it catches NIP off guard.
Come on!
Visit to the shotgun.
1 HP.
Can't even find the down.
1
Eventually
HP.
The kill on the reswing from Alamount overcooks a little.
Nice!
Low on health.
Stompn!
Stompn hates is all that's left.
1v3.
G2 now suddenly on the verge of finding match point.
Oh
At the
God.
conclusion
Oh
of
God.
this round, unless Hates can
He's
pull
like-
off something.
he's like, he's there, he's there.
A flash.
Let's go!
Yes. But it's G2
One more!
that have fought back. Match series point to the EML champions.
That was a flood.
NIP must now force overtime here on Lair.
That is the loudest G2 have been all through today. They are going to get the opportunity to win this 2 times in a row. NIP brought us to the same site, and 2 times in a row, it was the same outcome. G2 win the round. NIP now
Nice.
have 1 chance to force overtime. If you ask me where I would go if I were them, I'd be going down to the basement, but they have a different thing in mind. They're going to go over towards that storage side, you know. So with that being the case, what do you got to do? NIP, we talked about not giving G2 early picks. That last round,
Come on, baby.
G2 just walked in the mez and found 2.
Oh, same. Oh, they're offsite? They're offsite?
Pressure may be lifted
They're
off the
offside?
shoulders of G2. Even just if it's temporary for this one round, you now can play a little bit more free. Overtime secured. The
GGs.
same cannot be said for NIP. Yes, they're on defense.
GG's.
They will be feeling the pressure. 5-6. After they won 3 rounds
All
straight
right,
to set themselves up.
Stompn's gonna
nicely
get
with a
2 kills this
5-4 lead
round.
since then.
Laura's gonna get
G2
1.
seemingly
Alamo's
out
gonna
of
get 2.
nowhere flipped the script and have now got match and series point looking ahead to that semi-final. Can NIP make one last stand and force overtime on Lair. They must not play scared. They must not give total map control to G2 and just fall back.
Punch that shit.
You've got to take the ballsy fights. You've got to go at them.
So hard for NIP though to not feel the pressure right now. You lose this round, not only will you see G2 progress, you go home. And the money, even for the next round, is a massive jump on what they find in this position.
The money, the money.
Inside of Operation Room with the case in hand. Fantasy is not a million miles away as vertical control.
Oh God,
will be
Doki.
held by
Stay
the
alive,
members
baby.
of NIP. 3 players not too far away as Wizard will look to put pressure on anybody who walks in as he currently stands in our 6th room. But look, a couple of those toxic canisters have been used already and there was nobody there. They threw the toxic canisters off the base
Excuse
of
you,
the
yeah,
drone.
excuse me. My fault, my fault. My fault. Come on, Laura. You're a demon.
Just feels a bit quiet
You're a
inside
demon,
the
mud.
server as G2 go hunting, looking to make these entry
Oh yeah,
positions.
smoke's dead in 3,
NIP at the ready.
2.
Pino inside of storage.
Oh, Stompn's inside.
Stomping with the kit once again. Default shot out. 5 drones remain for G2 with half the round still playing Fantasy with a little bit of a creep here at the moment. Still top floor in server. Could he catch someone off guard from G2? Stomping to clear out through
Come on,
Master.
Zach. Come on, Zach.
Still need to deal with.
Oh, that's a huge. That's
this top
huge.
floor pressure from NIP.
That wall being opened
Opening
is
up that
huge.
server wall, it makes things a little bit more difficult for
Way
Fantasy.
more
Now he's gonna
difficult.
have to tuck himself into another corner, which will give
Wait,
Stompn
Stompn?
one less thing to worry about.
Oh, that guy's in the other
might
room.
put pressure on towards R6 room as he will step in now. Wizard tucked not too far away, but you look, Pino, Alamount.
Alamo, hard right, Alamo.
He's going to swing around the
Takes
corner.
the fight.
Just-
Let's
Win
go,
it.
Alamo.
Wizard, it's a crucial win against Pino.
Let's go.
He got
I said
a
Alamo
second
2K.
on Wizard.
Oh, Lord died though.
Cons get
Oh no,
one
they
out.
got
Then the
flamed.
second to follow.
They got
So
flamed.
Crucial from Cons because it looked like it could have been.
Oh
down
my God, they
and
got
out for
flamed.
NIP, and suddenly it's only Stompn left in the 1v3 as NIP will hold strong in
They
this
got
fourth
flamed.
round.
He's got to go for the res. You've got to get him back on your feet. You have the time and all the members of
How do
NIP.
y'all get
God, could
flamed?
They could, but they've fallen back.
Go,
to
go,
site.
go,
Can
go.
Stompn and Blaz get this done?
20 seconds,
Go, Zach.
as you said, for Blaz and Stompn, but now minus Blaz. But
Come on,
plus
Stomp.
Stompn is maybe all you could
Nah, you
need
can't even
in
win
this
this.
moment.
It's impossible.
1v3. But no shutdown,
Damn.
no rookie.
They got
It's going to
flamed.
take that to NIP, and we go to overtime
here.
in this quarterfinal.
How do you get flamed?
Okay.
Come on.
This is going to be big. We saw 2, 4,
Guys,
2
it's
halves.
6-6 map
G2
three.
7-7?
activated
No,
at the very
6-6.
end of their attacking half. Overtime, no NIP get the advantage of starting on defense.
They get
Map
double
three.
defense. It sets
Map
them
3
up.
always
That was the
7-7. I mean, I
opportunity
don't
for
know how many
G2
times I gotta say
to
it.
close it out
Always
and progress to the
7-7.
semifinal. NIP double defense is pretty nice to be.
Chat,
in
usually-
that position.
Somebody
And the
usually
site's
watches
gonna
the
be
flank
lab.
there.
If I remember
that
right,
Wizard
it was
Wizard?
one of the- it was
No.
a
Like
flawless,
the
but he's
Wizard?
very close to being so for NIP the last time they defended this site. Remember, you pointed out
Jynxzi would not have been on a
51%
flank cam.
was
You do-
what- so
you
one
do
out
not
of
know
2
Jynxzi
rounds,
if you
the
think
attackers
Jynxi's
would
sitting on a
win
flank cam.
on the site, but in Brazil, it is a defender's fortress.
62% in
that.
Brazil.
Yep. I'm so ready.
Malone with the pride. Leave Malone.
Just to keep the tension flowing as we have a little pause. And by the way, we've now gone Bunk's briefing.
These are like cost.
Changed.
It's changed.
Wow, chat. 2 more rounds.
I
Whoever
feel like they
wins,
do this on purpose, by the way. Like
They've
it's
done
the
it twice.
they've done it
whoever wins
twice.
the next 2.
A little bit yesterday as well, and there's a bit of
Or whoever
similarities
loses
there,
goes
Gibson,
home.
in terms of the Furia W7M matchup that closed out yesterday.
Wait,
Now
G2
this
can go
didn't
home?
start today. The B stream's been quite fortunate. So 6-6 between
Yes.
NIP, G2, final
Oh
map.
no!
Everything that has happened to this point, you could disregard. It's irrelevant. Does not matter. Comes down to potentially 3 rounds of siege to decide if you progress to the semi-final. Both teams, you could argue, deserve it. Only one is going to be capable of moving forward.
And it's funny because we obviously know it's the all North American matchup happening after 3 rounds at most. I saw some of the SSG players actually stop to watch this game for a while when they're supposed to be doing some last second. I'm captivated. They are. It is 6-6. It's overtime.
Come on.
It is home or through for these teams. And as you said, the matchup doesn't.
My day's
get
gonna be
easy.
ruined if
You've
they
got
lose.
Tough opposition at the end of this game. But you know for a fact you've been in one.
Wait, they
At
went
this point,
upstairs?
both sides have been excellent.
Are
One
they
side was
stupid?
Cafe.
They
The other
win this.
side were phenomenal on bank. Whoever wins this will have earned it. What is it the free is over here?
Bet
Nothing is
Stompn
granted,
quad
everything
equal
is
100
earned.
gifted. Bet.
Exactly.
I just
Nothing
texted
is
him.
Granted. Who's going to earn the right to play?
He's on a
the
Habana though.
semifinal?
Like Habana's guns are so ass.
Is there just a little bit more magic
They're picking it right up.
to
so.
come our way in this quarterfinal matchup? The fairy tale run of NIP from a South American League stage that saw them make top 3, re-announce themselves, it feels like, to the international world of Siege. G2, EML champions, and so much notoriety now on this roster, an expectation that's been applied, and overtime to separate these two to decide who will advance forward.
All right, so
G2 on the
Alamount.
attack. Alamount got himself off those 3 kills.
Alamo's pushing the backside. Laura and Blaz are pushing the windows.
And it's been off the back.
Stompn's
of that
probably gonna
shotgun
push.
again, and Doki once more will bring.
Nice,
the
Laura!
Finds the opener on the fantasy. Down goes the guy.
Holy
up
shit,
until
you
he
are
should
the
be
king.
placed. But opening kills have been so vital for G2.
They have, and as I said before, they've got an 82% conversion rate when they find opening kills in EML. Will that apply here?
Laura knows.
Player up for G2, 90 seconds. How do they utilize this advantage? Can NIP bring this round back? Otherwise, G2 will once again acquire another match and series point.
Come on, baby.
G2 will remain slow. They keep the pace the same. They don't change their course of action.
Been going crazy this match.
Plenty of drones and plenty of information still that they can acquire in this round. They don't need to overcook.
Alamount flicking through those cams at the moment as well, because of course when you're on Ying shotgun, you got to wait for the right moment to get active in the round so he can feed information to the team.
They've
Is
got
there
so
any-
much information and
I
so much
know.
utility. They're well set up into this final minute.
It's going to help them for sure. Lyra's going to vault into bathroom now as he will move towards server where Wizard will be waiting. Pino tucked in the corner. Khan's behind the desk
There's the
inside
push.
of A. The push comes in. Alamount with a shotgun again will find that kill to make it a 5.
Not over yet,
He's
chat.
found what works for him. Candela into shotgun swing. And
Yes!
Wizard will fall as
2v5!
well, and G2 starting to tear
3
apart
Yings,
this
but-
defense of NIP. Cons and Pino. All that
Nice!
remains, Pino will fall as well, and so does Wizard.
Come on, bro.
One more!
Overtime for G2. They get to go defense now.
Yo,
as
is
well.
the other
Two
team
up.
actually retarded? They lost an upstairs round twice, went offsite, won it, then went upstairs again. I mean, I'm not
On the
complaining.
ropes once again.
Are they
Can they
stupid?
keep fighting though from that position?
This is what happened yesterday on the game. The team that started on defense was Furia. They lost that round. They had the force and attacking win to take it all the way. NIP, you need to win an attack or your EWC journey ends here.
All right, do
and
not lose this
today.
defense,
What do you
please.
gotta do? Win the
Please.
site.
Please.
G2 just
Please.
did. We're going
Please.
to the top
Pretty
four
please.
once more. NIP, do you have it in you?
Come on, I want to see semifinals.
Defense now for G2.
I wanna see
Two
Stompn versus
opportunities for
Furia.
G2. One now still here on defense.
Furia?
If this does not
Furia
work,
win?
then they
No, they
get
play
a
next
final
round.
one.
Something like
at
Furia,
7-7.
Furia, something like that.
Furia, dude.
Chat, there's like a club in Tampa that
There's
has like
Alamount.
furries. I think I'm gonna go
That I
to
think
it.
has been a big reason why they've gotten themselves into
Is my
this
teammate,
position.
like,
His work at the
faded?
back end of regulation. And now to start
You're
overtime,
weird?
finding entry picks. Making good use of those Candelas and allowing
Why?
others to then
I
play
can't be a
off of the
fairy?
position that
Furry?
he then opens up.
She was a-
NIP on the attack though, it's been a while, but don't forget in the first half, they probably should have been 3-1 up.
I probably
They
go as
are
like
capable.
Warden
Yep.
type shit.
But now they must win this round or they will be heading home from the Esports World Cup.
Crazy how he was able to recognize the shotgun. If you continue to push over towards
Come on, we need this
towards
round.
those
I don't want to
shot
see a
corridors,
7-7.
You'll always have the advantage.
I don't want to
but
see it.
It is now NIP who need to crack G2. Mira was brought by Stompn inside of this round.
Come on, baby.
You've got a lot to deal with.
Come on,
to
baby.
Doki. We saw him play Tachanka before. It's the exact same setup. If needs be, Doki will, of course, just play inside of our 6 room, right by that rotate, and send the Samikas over towards the door. Now, it does look like the Ace has opened up the wall that looks in towards Mez from Operation Room. That will give them a line of sight, but nobody from G2 is going to peak there. Lyra is playing a position that is all about audio. Look at the stack up on the balcony outside between Wizard and Cons as they're going to open up that mask wall.
Shitty wall.
Reinforced wall becomes soft on the left side. Know that NIP's pacing at times can be slow, and certainly on
They're doing
this
a
side,
backside.
they then compound on that.
They're kind of
They
doing
need
a
to
backside.
Make sure they don't leave
Wait,
themselves
never mind, they're going-
low on time. That's when the stress and the nervousness nature starts to creep in the final 20, 30 seconds, and you start to make rushed decisions. I'd like to see NIP try and do something a bit earlier, maybe 40, 50 seconds rather than 20, 30.
Cons now pushing over Skybridge towards storage. That fight that Cons won earlier on in a
Come on,
map
baby.
today against
Come on, baby.
Alamount. But as they push over, they've now, I believe, opened up both sides of that mask wall, and Cons will reposition off the back of it. He wants to get through that gap and get the plant down. Doki and Lyra are the two players you really need to worry about at this point. You can see that Fantasy is going to hold the angle, but Stompn could get a big flank. He could be.
They're inside.
Yes,
Laura!
Yes,
Laura! Oh, he lost that?
Stompn could
Oh
swing, defend that
no.
mezzanine position over towards the
Yes,
server.
Blaz.
Blaz, big pick onto Cons.
Stop it, to your left, stop it. I know you smell him.
Flash goes out on the Stompn swing, but he doesn't lose his
He's
life.
full
No, never mind,
flash.
he does. From behind comes Hates. He pushes together with Fantasy. 30 seconds, 3v3.
Case is cold. They're all stacking up now on the door. Fantasy will
Diffuser's
walk
down on
into
Breeze.
sight
So
on the other
winnable.
side, but we're sitting on board
winnable.
with hits. He's holding the cover. He's
And he has
holding the
smokes.
crash, but with 25 seconds to go.
Blaz will play back, but he gets spotted. Long angle found from Fantasy, and the case gets picked up, and now looking to get put onto the ground inside of Mars. But
That's bomb!
12 seconds left. He picks it up.
That's bomb!
Hello?
Let's go, Doki!
To find this last
Doki.
kill or stick the kit. He will go for the
Come on,
latter.
Alamount.
Inside
Come on,
of
Alamount.
Mask.
Come on, Alamount.
Alamount to creep forward.
Ow! Come on!
Of course it's Alamount.
Jeez!
Oh my fucking god.
Come on!
Come on, bro. Zach! Come on, bro.
Let's go!
The ninjas in pajamas.
G2 get it done, and just like that,
That was cinema.
their journey
That nigga is
here
an
in
idiot.
Who planted in the fire?
God.
Look at the elation. There was
Play
essentially
the
a
VOD back.
scrum of
Play the
G2
VOD
players
back. I need
celebrating
his
off
gamer
the back
tag.
of that one.
Thank
They know
God.
they're in the game. Most
Bringing
of
a
the
fucking
people
toilet
watching
bowl?
this thought G2 were the favorites that win it in 2, but NIP brought them all the way
Yes, bro.
and just fell at the final hurdle.
The fact it came down to the 1v1.
Diesel with the tier 1.
5,
Thank you,
6
Diesel.
seconds left. Wizard realizing there's just not a lot of
Wait,
time.
how did they do the first
Goes for
They
the
made it to
1v1.
semis.
Every world in which he wins that for NIP, and we
Semi
go 7-7,
fucking
but Alamount
finals.
stands strong, and to his credit, he was like 3-8. He went about 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds without
You
finding a
survived,
kill
Ryan.
towards the end of regulation.
Let's go,
And